Feather Intuitive. Welcome to Demystify the Divine, weekly readings and tools to connect. And this week I thought we would tap in a little bit and do a little angel connection. And this all was inspired because this morning when I woke up and I was thinking about, okay, what do I want to connect with everyone with? What's the message? I went into some of these, boxes that I have in my office that I have not opened up in years. And I figured, okay, there's probably some old oracle decks or tarot decks in there or whatever. And I opened them up and I found a bag of feathers. Now, you guys who have followed me for a long time, I do feather readings all the time. I have a jar of feathers that I pull out. I do that on Friday. We do Phoenix Feather Friday. And in my Black Feather community, I'm always doing Phoenix jar readings for everybody. But this was something that I'd forgotten about. I painted these and created these probably 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even longer, and I have not used them in such a long time. So it was an inspiration because they're different from my feather jar. These are all about angels and angel messages. So we're going to pull a feather and then I'm going to do a little channeling and see what comes up from our angels. So we're going to do a drum roll, please. And let's see what we've got. Ooh, we've got the word communion. So I'm just going to go into my happy place right now and see what angel wants to come through and what they want to say to us about the word communion. What is our message for this week? Greetings, dear ones. I am known as Archangel Ariel, and I am happy to be connecting with you today, as I am also known as the Archangel of Deep Connections. And the word communion is an important one for all of you to consider. Many of you have a religious connotation to this word, that it is the sacrament of the body of Christ. And it is a sacred ritual or a sacred rite to cleanse and purify the body. Others of you see communion from the perspective of communing with others in a social capacity, where one or more has a similar goal or similar approach to life. We would offer to you today that these both can be true. And in the energies of what you are all walking through today, it is important to understand that communion with others is part of the game. Very few of you have come into these bodies in this incarnation to be alone, to walk your paths alone. Even those of you who tend to be more isolated on purpose still have interaction with the forest creatures and the plant life and the spirit that runs through all things. You still interact with those at your local grocery store. You have interaction through the internet when you are making purchases, whether they are delivered to you or not. There is still an interaction energetically. So communion is something that you want to broaden your understanding of at this time. Communion happens every day, whether you are intentionally interacting with someone or not, because communion is an exchange of energy. And that exchange of energy can happen at any given time, whether it is over the phone, through the internet, or an in-person connection. And what does this communion do for all of you? It blends and melds your energies, much as you do in that sacred ritual that many religious tenets provide. There is a shifting of your energy. And it is up to you to decide whether that has cleansed and purified your energy, or whether that has muddied the waters, or anything in between. And I offer to you at this time that communion is important. It is important to your evolution. It is important to your growth. It is also important to connection with your fellow human participants in this beautiful game of life. As I am the archangel of connections, I must reiterate here that even if your connections are few and far between, energetically you are all connected. So commune with the energies that you are experiencing. Trust and know that this blending and melding is meant to be. Notice how you are forever changed, how you are affected in the moment or long term by your interactions. Be intentional about receiving or releasing whatever energies come into your path, for all of it is an interaction. I leave you now to ponder these words, as this is perhaps something you have not thought about quite in this way before. On behalf of the Archangelic Collective, we are so in awe of your journey, and we wish to honor and acknowledge all that you have done and will continue to do in service to humanity's rise into its truest potential. Do not be afraid to reach out and call upon us. We are but a thought away. Be well. So that's communion, and that's communion from Archangel Ariel. And I don't channel that energy very often, so my hands are a little sweaty. I'm feeling a little in the clouds. If you like more like this, consider booking a channeled wisdom experience with me. You can talk to any archangel that you want directly about your life and your individual path and your individual choices. It's a really powerful experience. That is our Demystify the Divine for this week. As always, I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you have an amazing one. Transform well.